Welcome back to the channel. I trust that you're doing well. We've got Ethereum ripping to the upside yet again, at least at the time of making this video. We see massive accumulation across the Ethereum ETFs. We're seeing short traders get liquidated in very large amounts, and we see Ethereum trying to work on a bottom versus its Bitcoin pairing. Can it do it? We're going to cover all of that in this video and more, so stick around and don't forget to leave me a like, hit subscribe, and tick that bell for future videos. Let's get into the video. Well, at the time of making this video, we are seeing a sea of green across CoinMarketCap. We can see that the market cap of crypto has increased to 3.8 trillion, which is up 3.95%. We see the 24-hour volume is at 179.5 billion, which is actually down 8%, interestingly enough. And we see Bitcoin dominance coming in at 62.7. And Ethereum has certainly been one of the stars of the show. You can see, according to CoinMarketCap, Ethereum up 21% in the last 7 days alone. And we're beginning to see some really big net inflows into the Ethereum ETFs. We can see on July 9th, there was 1.1 billion of net inflows. We can see on July 10th, another billion of net inflows into Ethereum. And we can see on July 13th, there was 297 million. And we can see on July 14th, another 400 million in positive net inflows into the Ethereum ETF. So tons of accumulation can be observed across the ETFs. And quickly popping over to Google Trends with the search term Ethereum, we have it set to worldwide in the past 12 months. And now we can see a significant uptick in retail interest. So these are people that are searching the term Ethereum, and we can see that it's now ticking at a 68. Since about March, we've seen that it's been kind of between a 54 read and approximately a 34 read. So this has broken through that range, and now more interest from retail is being expressed into Ethereum as well. And we got this just in from Watcher Guru. 40 million worth of Ethereum shorts liquidated in the past 60 minutes. And in one of my last Ethereum videos, we were looking at some traders that had some very large short positions on Ethereum at much lower price levels. And I was saying, hey, either these traders know something that we don't, or they're on the verge of getting wrecked. Now, as these short traders get liquidated, it adds rocket fuel to the price of Ethereum. Remember, folks, be very careful using high amounts of leverage when trading in the crypto space. But if there is anybody that's interested in how trading works, you can always come over to my channel, click right here on playlists, and here's where you'll find a whole bunch of tutorials on how to trade futures, how to trade on spot, how to use various different crypto wallets, dexes, you name it. And this is all free content. These are all playlists. So if there's something in here that interests you, you can always click on it. It'll expand into a playlist where you can learn about a variety of different things. And this is all free. So if anyone's interested, come over to my channel, take advantage of the free content. And jumping into the price action of Ethereum, we'll start out on a daily time frame, and Ethereum just continues to look fantastic here. In my last couple videos, I was saying, first of all, we want to see a daily candle body close above this purple zone. We got that right here, supported on really nice volume down below. And then I was saying, hey, if Ethereum manages to hold above that box and open and close several daily candles, it's going to be looking very strong. And as you can see, we got that. Got several daily candles opening and closing above the purple box, and now we're getting follow through in the last couple days, so looking great. Now we even see some of the moving averages getting above the purple zone as well. We can see that the red 10 simple moving average is getting up above there, and we see the yellow 21 on its way to the bottom side of that box. So not only is price action getting up above there quite well at the time of making this video, but now we're seeing the moving averages also chase price action through that zone. So things are looking stronger and stronger for Ethereum. And also to just remind everybody, we do have the golden cross in play now. So if I go ahead and turn some of these moving averages off like so, you can see that the golden cross is certainly well underway now. We got that down below, getting some major action from the bulls, coming in on decent volume down below and supported by that golden cross. So Ethereum continues to look really good here. If we drop down to some of the daily momentum, we can see that the stochastic is in the critical zone, and it can certainly stay there for a period of time, especially when a price action gets as bullish as it is right now. We do see the RSI getting into that critical zone as well, and we can see the EMA is now getting into the bullish control zone. If we drop down to the MACD, we see the MACD continues to pick up momentum. It's very aggressively sloped to the upside, and we can see that positive island of momentum continues to be built with solid green bars of momentum there. So things are looking good on the momentum. Some of it's getting into the little bit of a critical zone on a daily time frame, but this thing could still continue to run from here. If we bring it out to a weekly, we can see that on the weekly time frame, it's looking just as good. I mean, it even closed a weekly candle above that purple zone there. If we drop down to the stochastic momentum, we see the stochastic is simply pointed to the upside, and it's just entering the critical zone now. Again, it can stay there for a period of time when things get as bullish as they are right now. RSI still has plenty of room to run on a weekly time frame. We can see it just got into the bullish control zone. We see the EMA has recently got out of the bearish control zone, and both of these have plenty of room to run to the upside on a weekly time frame. So could we see some kind of maybe pullback on a shorter term time frame sometime in the near future, or maybe some sideways trading, absolutely, we could see that. But as far as a weekly time frame is concerned, it is saying that, hey, this has some more room to go over time, even if we get a little bit of volatility in the short term. MACD is now entering the bullish control zone, building up a nice positive island of momentum. And again, we're talking about a weekly time frame here. So this is saying that Ethereum does have some gas in the tank. But just remember, we could get a little bit of volatility in the short term. When I come back into a daily, you can see that some of the momentum is getting a little bit nuclear right now. But I mean, Ethereum is just a rocket ship, so things can operate that way for a period of time. The next big area to watch for Ethereum, well, at least I'll be watching, is this pivot right back here. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and mark that with another purple box here. So we'll go ahead and grab that from the drawing tools, and let's go ahead and stretch it like this, and looks good. So the next area that I'll be watching is up here in the purple zone. That purple box has a bottom side at approximately 4,012 and a top side coming in at approximately 4,115. If Ethereum starts closing above those levels, daily candle bodies, similarly to how it did that down here, then things are going to be looking really interesting for Ethereum at that point in time. But as you can see, it still has a ways to go. It's at 3,242, and the bottom side of that box again is coming in around that $4,000 mark. So this is something to look forward to over a period of time. And quickly taking a look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin on a daily time frame. And we can see obviously Ethereum for this cycle so far has been a major underperforming, just putting in this massive downtrend versus Bitcoin. But Ethereum now is very serious about putting in a bottom here on its Bitcoin pairing. You can see that pivot right here. And now we've gotten a higher low right here, and things are just moving to the upside. So Ethereum is looking like it is very much trying to work on a bottom right now against its Bitcoin pairing. As far as Ethereum versus Bitcoin is concerned, things get really interesting when Ethereum starts to get above this line right here at about 0.04. You can see that that line is marking this pivot right here from the last major move to the downside for Ethereum. So over time, if we see Ethereum start closing up above that level there on its Bitcoin pairing, that's when things get extremely interesting for Ethereum. And Ethereum at that point will be poised to regain some of this bleed that it's had throughout the course of this cycle. So right now, it still looks pretty beat up versus its Bitcoin pairing, but this is starting to look like a serious attempt at a bottom. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming days. So there you have it, everyone. That does it for this one. So what are your thoughts on Ethereum? Do you think Ethereum has put in a bottom versus its Bitcoin pairing? Do you think Ethereum's poised to move to much higher price levels, or are you bearish on Ethereum? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Looking forward to seeing the next one. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.